There's a bathroom problem millions of seniors quietly struggle with, but almost nobody wants to talk about it. Not because it's rare, because it's embarrassing. Some people spend 20 or 30 minutes in the bathroom every day trying to go without success. Others constantly feel blocked, uncomfortable, or incomplete afterward. And many simply assume, well, maybe this is just part of getting older. But what if it's not something you should ignore? Because in some cases, chronic constipation and stool becoming stuck in the rectum can lead to serious discomfort, hemorrhoids, painful bowel movements, abdominal pressure, and even medical complications if ignored for too long. And here's the surprising part. Many seniors accidentally make the problem worse every single day without realizing it. Today, we're going to talk honestly and simply about this common bathroom problem. Why it happens. What warning signs matter. What makes it worse. And what actually helps. No fear. No fake internet cleanses. No miracle cures. Just real information explained clearly. And stay with me until the end, because one small daily habit doctors recommend for bowel health is something many people completely overlook. If you're new here, welcome to Dr. Richard Health, where we talk about healthy aging, wellness, and real health information explained simply. Now let's begin. Why this problem becomes more common after 60. First, it's important to understand something. Digestion changes with age. That's normal. As people get older, the digestive system may slow down. Movement often decreases. Medications increase. Water intake changes. And muscles involved in bowel movements may become weaker. All of these affect how easily stool moves through the body. And unfortunately, many seniors ignore constipation until it becomes severe. One doctor described it this way. People usually wait until the discomfort becomes impossible to ignore, and by then, the stool may already be very hard, dry, and difficult to pass. That's why awareness matters early, not after weeks of discomfort. And one of the biggest warning signs is something many people try to normalize. But here's where things become more serious. Because some people don't just experience constipation. They begin experiencing something called fecal impaction. And many don't realize it's happening until symptoms become intense. What does stool stuck in the rectum actually mean? Let's keep this simple. Normally, stool moves through the intestines and exits the body regularly. But sometimes, especially during severe constipation, stool becomes so dry and compacted that it becomes difficult to push out naturally. When this happens near the rectum, people often describe it as feeling blocked, feeling stuck, or feeling like they still need to go even after trying repeatedly. Some people strain hard for long periods. Others feel pressure or fullness constantly, and many become frustrated because nothing seems to work. Now, importantly, this problem can happen for many reasons. Poor diet, low water intake, certain medications, lack of movement, ignoring the urge to use the bathroom, or chronic constipation over time. And while mild constipation is common, persistent blockage should never be ignored, especially if symptoms worsen. Signs you should pay attention to. Many people think constipation simply means not going enough, but the body often gives other warning signs too. Some common symptoms include hard or dry stool, pain during bowel movements, bloating, abdominal pressure, feeling incomplete afterward, nausea, loss of appetite, or frequent straining. And in more severe situations, some people may even notice leakage of loose stool around the blockage. That surprises many people, because they assume diarrhea means they are not constipated. But sometimes liquid stool moves around impacted stool already stuck inside, and that can confuse people badly. One woman thought she had stomach flu because of loose stool, but doctors later discovered severe constipation was actually the problem. That's why symptoms should always be understood in context. But what shocked many doctors was this. Some of the habits people believe help constipation actually make the problem worse. Mistake number 1. Ignoring the urge to go. This is extremely common. People get busy. They delay going to the bathroom. They wait until later. But repeatedly ignoring bowel urges can train the body to become less responsive over time. And stool stays in the colon longer. The longer stool remains there, the more water gets absorbed out of it, which makes stool harder and drier. And harder stool becomes much more difficult to pass. The body works best with regular rhythms. That includes bowel movements. Mistake number 2. Not drinking enough water. Many seniors unintentionally become dehydrated, sometimes because thirst sensation changes with age, sometimes because they avoid drinking due to bladder concerns. But hydration matters enormously for stool softness. Without enough water, stool becomes dry, bowel movements become harder, and straining increases. One doctor explained it simply. You cannot expect dry stool to move easily through the body. Now, this doesn't mean excessive water magically cures constipation, but proper hydration absolutely supports healthier bowel function. Mistake number 3. Too little fiber, or too much too fast. Fiber helps stool move more smoothly through the intestines. But many diets become heavily processed over time. Low vegetables, low fruits, low whole foods. That creates problems. At the same time, some people suddenly start taking huge amounts of fiber supplements overnight. And surprisingly, that can sometimes worsen bloating or discomfort if water intake stays low. The body usually responds best to gradual improvements. Examples of helpful fiber-rich foods include oats, vegetables, berries, beans, chia seeds, and whole grains. Consistency matters more than extremes. But there's another reason many seniors quietly struggle with this problem, and it has nothing to do with food. Lack of movement slows digestion. Movement affects digestion more than most people realize. Walking helps stimulate intestinal activity, but long periods of sitting can slow bowel movement significantly. And after retirement, many people become far less physically active without noticing the impact. One simple daily walk can genuinely help support healthier digestion. You do not need intense exercise, just movement. Even light walking after meals may help bowel function improve naturally over time. The body was designed to move, and digestion responds to movement. Medications can also play a role. This is extremely important. Many common medications can contribute to constipation, including certain pain medications, iron supplements, some antidepressants, antacids, and some blood pressure medications. That doesn't mean people should stop medications on their own. Never do that without medical guidance. But understanding side effects matters. Sometimes the problem is not aging itself. Sometimes it's the interaction between medications, hydration, movement, and diet. And once those factors improve, bowel function often improves too. And this next part may actually be the most important thing in the entire video. Because there are moments when constipation stops being just uncomfortable and becomes a medical issue that needs attention. When should someone seek medical help? Most mild constipation improves with lifestyle adjustments. But certain symptoms should never be ignored. Especially severe abdominal pain, vomiting, blood in stool, inability to pass gas, ongoing blockage, unexplained weight loss, or constipation lasting a long time without improvement. Those situations deserve medical evaluation, especially after 60. Because sometimes, constipation can be connected to underlying medical conditions that require attention. Again, awareness matters, not fear. What actually helps most? Now let's talk about practical habits that genuinely help many people. Not internet gimmicks. Not detox teas. Not fake miracle products. Simple habits. 1. Daily hydration. Drink enough fluids consistently throughout the day. 2. Regular walking. Movement stimulates digestion naturally. 3. Fiber-rich foods. Increase fiber gradually, not aggressively overnight. 4. Bathroom routine. Try using the bathroom around the same time daily. The body likes consistency. 5. Don't ignore symptoms. Persistent changes deserve attention, especially after 60. If there's one thing I want you to remember today, it's this. This bathroom problem is far more common than most people realize, and there is no shame in talking about it. The body changes with age. That's normal. But struggling constantly, feeling blocked, or ignoring persistent symptoms should never simply become normal life. Because many cases improve significantly with small daily changes. Hydration, movement, better food choices, listening to the body earlier. And honestly, the sooner people address digestive problems, the easier they often are to manage. If you found this video helpful, share it with someone who may quietly be struggling with this issue, too embarrassed to talk about it. And before you go, let me ask you something. Have you ever noticed certain foods or habits affecting your digestion? Let me know in the comments. I read every one. And if you want more simple health videos focused on healthy aging and wellness, subscribe to Dr. Richard Health and turn on notifications. Because in the next video, we're talking about the nighttime habits quietly damaging the colon after 60. Take care of yourself. And remember, your body often gives warning signs long before bigger problems appear.